It is peak festival season in the city, and it seems every weekend there is a new and exciting event on our streets. But BIAs and organizers are raising red flags tonight about the rising police and security costs that are making it almost impossible to put these events on. And they say they're not impressed with any of the solutions the city has offered up.
These street festivals are so vital and so vibrant to the communities, and it's kind of what defines Toronto summer.
But already, organizers are being forced to sacrifice some events as the cost of keeping them safe is becoming unaffordable.
Last year, when we had a huge increase in the policing costs, we just had to kind of take a step back.
After an 8-year run, Bloor Court Fest was cancelled this year. The cost of paid duty officers and security skyrocketing in just 1 year. It's a challenge festivals across the city are facing. City Councillor Anna Bailau has heard from multiple BIAs. Why do you think this issue is coming up now and hasn't come up before?
Well, because festivals have seen increases, in some cases doubling, and I have several BIAs and several organizations that are now saying that their events are at risk of not being possible because the costs are prohibitive.
The pressure on organizers to keep their events safe, but also on police who say they don't have the resources to accommodate every request. Would you say there are enough paid duty officers right now to meet the demand of festivals?
But there aren't, enough paid duty officers to meet the demand of paid duties for any capacity in the city of Toronto. Toronto's growing exponentially. More festivals, more people coming into the city that require safe communities and public safety. And yet we have 1,000 less police officers.
The Toronto Police Association says the service has lost approximately 1,000 officers over 4 years thanks to attrition and a hiring freeze. They estimate 25 to 30% of paid duty requests are unfulfilled on a daily basis.
Quite frankly, we're burning our officers out.
In a report to the city's executive committee last week, staff calling it a significant issue, writing the ability for the city and external stakeholders to successfully obtain paid duty services is an increasing challenge, placing the viability of events in Toronto at risk. They offer 2 recommendations, one being to develop a risk-based response to special events, the other to overhaul paid duty so that officers are only used when necessary.
When you have a lot of people at your festival, you need some method to control the crowd.
Considered Canada's largest street festival, 1.6 million people are expected to attend Taste of the Danforth this year. Last year, organizers estimate they spent more than $100,000 on paid duty officers and private security.
People need to feel secure, especially when you're in a crowd of, over 1 million people. There are real issues with crowds. So, they're necessary. What's the balance of whether it's on-duty police or off-duty, that under paid duty, or whether it's private security firms? I think there's some balance that needs to be struck.
The Toronto Police Association is also skeptical of the recommendations in the report. They say they already do a risk assessment every time paid duty officers are asked to attend a street festival. That city report will be back in front of councillors in December.